Alright, let's get this bread. The film opens with Amy, an NRI girl, who recently returned to Mumbai after a troubled childhood abroad. It's clear that she's battling inner trauma, especially from her violent mother, which continues to haunt her in fragmented flashbacks. Amy soon befriends a group of similar yet different upper-class youngsters, Casey, Dash, Zubin, and Tanya. They bond over parties, drugs, and a shared disdain for structure. Their lives revolve around recklessness, indulgence, and rebellion. Think of them as your typical rich kids gone bad. The film uses a slick, music-driven, fast-cut style to reflect their chaotic inner worlds. One night during a high-speed joyride, Casey gets into a road rage incident with a man on a scooter. He accidentally hits and kills him. The group panics, flees, and tries to cover it up. This one moment spirals all their lives into darkness. Act 2. Crime, cover-up and collapse. In fear of being caught and jailed, Dash comes up with a fake kidnapping of Amy, demands ransom from her estranged father, a wealthy businessman, and use the money to pay off the bribes and silence the authorities. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this is one messed up plan. The plan is set into motion. They cut off contact with the world, move Amy to an abandoned location and send a ransom demand to her father. But nothing goes smoothly. The group begins to fracture under paranoia and guilt. Amy starts unraveling, haunted by childhood trauma and feeling abandoned once again. Meanwhile, Inspector Mather, an honest but frustrated cop, is assigned to the case. He suspects there's more to the story and begins unraveling the web of lies, facing resistance both from his superiors and the corrupt system. Act 3. Blood, betrayal, and breakdown. As pressure builds, the group's internal tensions explode. Casey, the most selfish of the lot, becomes violent. He accidentally kills Zubin during an argument, further pushing the group into chaos. Tanya, emotionally broken, goes into hiding. Dash, increasingly nihilistic, loses grip on morality. Amy's mental health nosedives. She starts hallucinating her mother's voice and sees herself submerged in darkness, literally and she begins to realize the entire charade has only deepened her pain. Eventually, Mather tracks them down after noticing inconsistencies in their ransom plan and phone records. He confronts Dash in a tense, high-stakes chase and ultimately arrests him. And finally, in a haunting final act, Amy is rescued, but the scars remain. The events have left her emotionally and psychologically shattered. Her father, still emotionally distant, offers her safety but not love. Mather, despite doing the right thing, is punished by the system, suspended for not following corrupt orders. Now what happens next? What does it all mean? Well, Shaitan doesn't offer a clean resolution. The characters either fall, break, or vanish into the consequences of their choices. Amy survives, but she is no longer the same. The title Shaitan refers not just to external forces, but to the darkness inside each character. Here's where we dive deep into the ending. Be warned, major spoilers ahead. We can interpret the ending in various ways, but here are a few points to consider. Amy's survival could symbolize hope. Despite all the darkness she faced, she lived to tell the tale. However, her mental state suggests trauma's lasting impact. Even saved, she's a shadow of her former self, haunted by her past and alienated from her father. Her story emphasizes that healing from trauma is possible, but the journey is long and arduous. Then we got Dash. His downfall reflects the consequences of toxic privilege. Throughout the film, he embodies reckless abandon, driven by a desire to escape societal norms and parental expectations. His plan to fake Amy's kidnapping showcases his warped sense of entitlement and lack of empathy. Ultimately, His arrest signifies the limits of his privilege. He can't outrun the legal system forever, though whether that justice is fair or not is debatable. Next up, Casey, whose fate remains ambiguous. He chooses violence, impulsively killing both a stranger and his friend Zubin. This highlights his instability and lack of remorse. Whether he faces justice like Dash or escapes like Tanya is left open to interpretation. His character challenges us to confront the consequences of unchecked anger and the fragility of life. As for Tanya, she disappears after Zubin's death, overwhelmed by the situation. Her absence underscores the film's commentary on the privileged disappearing when confronted with the gravity of their actions. By leaving, she shirks responsibility, highlighting the apathy and moral bankruptcy that can accompany wealth and status. Finally, Inspector Mather represents the struggle for justice within a corrupt system. He faces opposition from his superiors and society, showcasing the systemic corruption that often shields the wealthy. His persistence, though, pays off as he uncovers the truth and brings Dash to justice. Yet his suspension reveals the system's retaliation against those who defy it, suggesting that integrity comes at a cost in a corrupt world. Now, let's talk about the title. Shaitan translates to the devil. The film uses this title symbolically. Each character embodies different aspects of evil or satanic nature. Amy, trapped in a web of lies and manipulation, experiences the satanic presence in her own life. Through her trauma and subsequent breakdown, the film portrays how satanic forces can manifest in everyday experiences. The other characters, particularly Casey, Dash, and Zubin, exhibit satanic qualities through their destructive behavior, moral decay, and casual cruelty. The term satanic extends beyond religious connotations, encompassing any kind of evil or malevolent influence. The film's exploration of satanic themes adds a layer of complexity, challenging viewers to examine the darker aspects of human nature. There are a bunch of symbols sprinkled throughout the film. For example, the gun serves multiple purposes. At first, it's a tool of violence and intimidation, reflecting the character's descent into darkness. Later, it becomes a symbol of power and control. Notice how Casey brandishes it during arguments, asserting dominance. Eventually, the gun takes on a mythical quality, appearing larger than life and echoing existential themes as it becomes the focus of a deadly game of cat and mouse between the characters and the law. Another one is the car. It's more than just a mode of transport. The car symbolizes freedom, speed, and recklessness. The characters, particularly Dash, use the car to escape consequences and evade authority. It represents their desire to live life on their own terms, even if that means breaking the rules. The car's sleek design and powerful engine embody the allure of excess and the thrill of living dangerously. However, the car also foreshadows destruction. The accident that takes place early on highlights the potential for harm and the character's inability to control their impulses. It's a harbinger of the chaos that follows, symbolizing the destructive path they've chosen. Then there's the music. The soundtrack plays a pivotal role in setting the tone and enhancing the film's impact. Songs like Dance and Emotional Atiaka capture the characters' hedonistic lifestyle and emotional turmoil. The music video for Emotional is worth checking out because it features some of the actors performing the song while the movie is playing in the background. So it's like a meta-commentary on the film itself. The use of Bollywood classics like Koya Koya Chand during intense scenes adds layers of meaning and underscores the film's exploration of love, loss, and longing. Music is not just a backdrop, it's an integral part of the storytelling. Lastly, let's talk about the rain. It appears frequently, not just as a natural phenomenon, but as a potent symbol. Rain cleanses and refreshes, representing a desire for renewal and escape from the character's oppressive circumstances. It mirrors their emotional states, often intensifying scenes of violence or despair. Notably, the rain-soaked climax serves as a symbolic baptism for Amy, washing away her trauma and signifying a chance for rebirth. So, what do you think? How would you interpret the ending of Shaitan? If you're interested in diving deeper into the symbolism or character analysis, let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching.